From death to poverty, Larry Bird's story is really crazy, really sad, but we're gonna go ahead and start when he was born, December 7th, 1956. Now, he was born in West Baden, Indiana, and that's just a small village outside of the slightly larger town called French Lick, Indiana. Yeah, French Lick. I don't know who chose that name, but now French Lick was once a famous resort community that people visited for its mineral springs and healthy waters and whatnot, but French Lick fell upon hard times, and Larry Bird's father managed to find factory work in the town, but the Bird family struggled to make ends meet. Larry Bird's mother worked 2 jobs to support Larry and his 5 siblings. Now, Larry Bird and his brothers played all sorts of sports, but Bird did not settle on basketball until high school. When he realized he might have a chance to excel in the sport, he started practicing every single day and night. In an interview with Sports Illustrated, he said, "I played when I was cold and my body was aching and I was so tired. I don't know why, I just kept playing and playing. I guess I just wanted to make the most out of it." Now, during his high school career, his parents actually divorced. He played guard during his sophomore and junior years. He didn't show any great ability at the time, and at 6 feet 3 inches, he wasn't really especially tall. By his senior year though, Bird had grown 4 more inches. At 6'7", he became a physical specimen and retained his agility and hustle from his guard years. Larry Bird ended up averaging 31 points, 21 rebounds, and 4 assists as a senior in high school. Many universities wanted him for their teams, but Bird decided to stay home, entering Indiana University in the fall of 1974. Larry Bird only lasted 24 days at the college. He felt uncomfortable about the size and the impersonality of the school. He returned to French Lick and entered junior college there, but within 2 months, he dropped out of that college as well. Bird then had a short marriage that ended in divorce. In order to support himself and his daughter from that marriage, Larry Bird got a job with the city department of French Lick. He drove a garbage truck and helped maintain parks and roads in the district. Such work may have seemed like a low point to some people, but Bird told Sports Illustrated that he actually enjoyed it. He said, "I love that job. It was outdoors, you were around your friends. I felt like I was really accomplishing something. I had the chance to make my community look better." I'm glad that he looked at it that way because that's a low point, okay? Collecting garbage in a town called French Lick, that's low. That's low. Now, Bird faced some personal loss during the same period when his father actually committed a tragic suicide. Now, after that traumatic event, Bird decided to return to college. This time, he went to Indiana State. He didn't have much confidence in his academic abilities, but he felt like he could help the basketball team, which was the Sycamores. By that time, he had grown another 2 inches. He was 6'9" and weighed 220 pounds. Now, Bird had to sit out his first season because you can't move from one school to the other, and that was the rules that they had. And in that year that he sat out, the Sycamores went 13-12. Basically, they were trash. When he was allowed to play the next season, his first year on the team, the Sycamores went 25-3. Their best in almost 30 years. During that year, Bird became one of the most talked about college players in the country. Now, Larry Bird had a successful 3-year career with the Sycamores, helping them reach the NCAA tournament for the first time in school history and leading them to the championship game against Michigan State in 1979. Now, Indiana State did lose that game, even though Bird scored 19 points, but he only made 7 of 21 shots for 33% shooting rate. That game achieved the highest ever rating for a college basketball game, in large part because of the matchup between Bird and Magic Johnson, a rivalry that would last throughout their professional careers. Despite failing to win the championship, Bird earned numerous year-end awards and honors for his incredible play, including the Naismith College Player of the Year award. For his college career, he averaged 30.3 points, 13.3 rebounds, and 4.6 assists per game, leading the Sycamores to an 81-13 record. Now, the Boston Celtics drafted Bird in 1978. He had the option of playing professional basketball right away, but he chose to stay in school and finish his degree. The Celtics worked out a deal for Bird after his graduation, and the contract was signed on June 8th, 1979, giving Bird a total of $3.25 million. Now that was a record for any rookie in any sport. Shortly afterwards, the NBA draft eligibility rules were changed to prevent teams from drafting players before they were ready to sign, a rule known as the Bird Collegiate Rule. Larry took the NBA by storm. Okay, I don't even feel right calling him Larry. Bird took the NBA by storm as a rookie in 1979, dominating the league in Boston. The Celtics games at the Boston Garden were sold out for years because fans wanted to watch Bird play. Bird immediately transformed the Celtics into a title contender, helping them improve their win total by 32 games from the year before he was drafted, and they finished first in the Eastern Conference. He was selected to the All-Star team and named Rookie of the Year. After this season, he earned his first All-Defensive Team selection. Now in the 83-84 season, he was named MVP with averages of 24.2 points, 10.1 rebounds, 6.6 assists per game, and 1.8 steals per game. That year they also advanced to the finals and they beat the Lakers. Yep, they... On March 12th of the 84-85 season, Bird scored a career-high 60 points in a game against the Atlanta Hawks. Now this performance came just 9 days after Kevin McHale set the previous Celtics record for points in a game with 56. Now in the summer of 85, Larry injured his back shoveling crushed rock to create a driveway at his mother's house. I mean, I know the dude could have paid for it. He had a huge contract, millions of dollars, but he shoveled the rock. Nice gesture, but partially as a result from this, he experienced back problems for the remainder of his career. So, smart? No. But moving, touching, yes. Yes, very touching, but not the smartest. Not the smartest. In the 1990-1991 season, he missed 22 games due to a compressed nerve root in his back. In the 1991-1992 season, he missed 37 games due to an off-season surgery to remove a disc from his back. The summer of 1992 would be his last time touching the court as he joined Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan to play for the United States basketball team in that year's Olympics in Barcelona, Spain. That was actually the first time in America's Olympic history that the country sent professional basketball players to compete. The 1992 Dream Team, of course, won the men's basketball gold medal. Following his Olympic experience, on August 18, 1992, Bird announced his retirement as an NBA player. His career averages were around 24 points per game, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists per game while shooting 49.6% from the field, 88% from the free throw line, and 37% from three-point range. Following Bird's retirement, the Celtics promptly retired his jersey number 33. Now, in 1997, Bird actually accepted the position of coach of the Indiana Pacers, and he said he's not doing the job for any more than 3 years. Despite having no coaching experience, Bird led the Pacers to a 58-24 record, the franchise's best as an NBA team at that time, and pushed the Bulls to 7 games in the Eastern Conference Finals. He was named NBA Coach of the Year for his efforts, becoming the only man in NBA history to have won both the MVP and Coach of the Year awards. Bird resigned as the Pacers coach shortly after the end of the 2000 season, and in 2003 returned as the Pacers president of basketball operations. After the 2012 NBA season, Bird was named NBA Executive of the Year. Now, some fun facts about Larry Bird. Number 1, he has a nickname. Brace yourself. It's the Hick from French Lick. The Hick from French Lick. I don't know. Other people called him the Great White Hope. And he's also acquired the nickname Larry Legend. I don't know who came up with those nicknames, but they deserve jail time. Also, Larry Bird was one of the best trash talkers in NBA history. Literally, before one of the NBA three-point shootouts, he walked into the locker room and said, "I want all of you to know I'm winning this thing. I'm just looking around to see who's gonna finish second." And he actually ended up winning, and that was the first of 3 consecutive championships. Another instance, this one was pretty crazy. Late in a tied game against the Seattle Supersonics, Bird told the Supersonics forward Xavier McDaniel, who was guarding him, he said, "I'm gonna get the ball right here and I'm gonna bury it in your face." As McDaniel remembers it, he responded by saying, "I'll be waiting." After a timeout, Bird made 2 baseline cuts, then posted in the exact spot he told McDaniel, paused, turned around, and made the shot in his face. Then he said, "Oh, I didn't mean to leave 2 seconds on the clock." Larry Bird does not play. Also, another thing I bet you guys didn't know, Twitter's logo is actually named Larry in honor of Larry Bird. That is so random. I never even knew that. The last fun fact is just kind of weird, really stupid, just straight up dumb. But in October of 2005, a man in Oklahoma City named Eric James Torpy was convicted of shooting with intent to kill and robbery. He literally asked that his sentence was changed from 30 years imprisonment to 33, so it would match Bird's jersey number. And his request was granted. Like, he asked for 3 more years so his prison sentence would match a basketball player jersey. Yeah, you've got to be stupid. And that's it, you guys. Comment down something you did not know about Larry Bird before this video, because I guarantee you there's at least one thing you didn't know. Follow me on social media if you want to suggest players for me to do. I don't take them from the YouTube comments. I take them from Twitter, so follow me on there. Follow me on Instagram as well. And turn on my post notifications so you know when I drop a video. You know, when I drop the fire. And share this with another Celtics fan. Pass this along the Larry Bird fan base. Let them know. Let them see this video. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.